you?
Hello,
What's
hello.
up?
Hey. Hold on, I'm having some technical difficulty over here. Hold
What
on
are you
a
trying to
second.
do?
I don't know. This thing is not working.
Man, there's always been a delay.
No, but over here, like it's not starting. Can you guys see us? I see controversials in the chat. Oh, here we go. I got it.
It started.
There we go.
Hun, the video goes from us to the internet.
I know, but normally it starts like 2 seconds later. A long pause, like a long delay.
Yeah,
At least you're not rocking that satellite internet. Mine goes from there to there to way up there and then back down. So it's bad.
Do you guys have Starlink? Do you have Starlink or you have something else?
We have Starlink.
Oh, okay. So hello everybody. Sorry we have been away for a hot minute. We were not live last Tuesday night because we were getting ready to go on the celebrity reflection. And we were live from the ship a couple times, got a few copyrights. Don't ask me how, but I guess there must have been music in the background. And of course, our dog.
It was just me singing Celine Dion nonstop.
Your voice is so close to hers. The algorithm or the bots couldn't tell the difference. It was like the next Celine.
Just recreating that scene, you know.
So yeah, so we're back, and then we're leaving again.
What?
Yeah, next week.
Next week. That soon?
No, wait, it's not next week.
Yeah,
it's the 12th. Yeah,
it is next week.
I made you look like Utopia. So we're here, and then we'll be boom, gone again.
I can't believe it.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
It feels like a back-to-back.
Yeah,
it's not a back-to-back.
And Brittany and them are leaving Friday, right?
Friday, yeah. Friday, we are heading to Galveston, and we will be on Carnival Jubilee for 7 days. So it's wild because I was on a work trip starting Tuesday, went from the work trip to the cruise we were just on. And now I have like 3 days to get it figured out to like get myself prepared to go and leave it for another 7 days. I'm like, my house is never going to be clean, but that's okay. I don't care as long as I'm on a cruise ship.
So. You should have just done your laundry and then just thrown it right back in your suitcase.
That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm in the process of doing it right now because I'm just like, I'm not even going to look at what I will say I did run out of clothes on the cruise. So like I need to add some extra pieces in there.
You did? We overpacked. We did totally overpacked.
We got one of those like, what is it? 30-inch luggage, 26-inch luggage, each one of us. That's a bit.
Yeah.
I'm not taking that much on Utopia. I'm not.
I had carry-ons, and so when I packed for my work trip, I just like took what I needed from the work trip and threw it into the cruise trip. Well, I missed a couple articles of clothing, so by the time we were disembarking, I was in like a dress. I'm like, what is wrong with me? I'm like, why am I in a dress? But I was like, it's all I have. So is that or wear something dirty? And I was sweating too much for that.
So. I have to go back and buy some toiletries because I totally left them on accident. We were in the car, and I was like, oh no, I left all my shampoo.
You were in Gator Alley before you realized, wait a second, I think I left something.
Yeah. Oh no, that's a bummer.
Well, let me hop over and say hi to some people that are over in the chat. We've got
some familiar names.
Hello, Riza.
Hey, Riza.
And we've got Controversial Cruising. Hey, Scott.
That's right, it's D-Fun.
Or Scott, are you getting ready for your Hawaii cruise? Aren't you going to Hawaii?
Hawaii.
Ooh. Okay.
I know. I wish I was going on that cruise too. Hey, Simone, welcome in.
Hey, Anthony, what's up?
Portholes and Pixie Dust. We love the reflection. Best main dining room at sea next to Disney.
That's an awesome name. Is that a name of a channel?
Yeah, that's their channel.
Portholes and Pixie Dust.
I love that.
Show me the t-shirts.
And we got Cynthia in the house. Hello. Thanks for coming in. And we've got Nurse Nancy. Hello.
What?
Yes.
Whoa.
We've got the Muncie channel. Hello. Thank you for coming in. And we got KB. Hey, KB.
My dog's godmother. Bubble, come here.
Yes, she's my casino buddy. Oh, there's
They-
Bobo.
They
He
made
has to
it-
say hi to KB. He's a little dirty. Don't judge him. He's been playing at the dog sitter.
We got Lois. Hello, Lois.
Hey,
Hello. Nautical Nurse Nancy will be on the Jubilee in December.
nice.
You'll have to watch some of their blogs when they post them, Nancy. Let's see, everybody's saying hi, hi, hi. Let's scroll on down. I think she's saying hi to Bobo.
Oh, Bobo says hi.
Right. Well, we can get onto our topic. So the celebration, or not celebration, celebrity. I always get them
Oh, I was
confused.
like, was I on a different cruise?
The celebrity. So what did you think? Well, this is your second time on it, right? Or have you been on it 3 times?
Technically 3, but to be fair, the first one was a back-to-back. So it was pretty much I did switch rooms, but it felt like one cruise basically. But no, I love it. This was your first time on?
This was our first time.
Yeah.
Second time on celebrity in general.
So it was a different vibe from our first time on Celebrity on the Summit. But our Summit one was 7 days. It was over Thanksgiving.
Was it 7 days? It was that long?
Maybe it was 5 days.
I think 5 days, yeah.
But it was over a holiday. It was over Thanksgiving. This was over a holiday. But I feel like
Oh, there's a huge difference though between Thanksgiving and Labor Day, though.
Yeah, this one to me, the vibe was more
party, easygoing. People just want to have their good time.
And I don't know if it was because it was just a weekend long cruise or because it was the holiday.
Or maybe both. I don't know.
Was it the same vibe from the first time you were on it?
100%. Okay. Yeah. So we've been on a few celebrities. We've been on Ascent, Beyond, Summit, and then this one. This is the only one we've ever done that is like a 4 and a 3 day cycle. Definitely more of a party cruise vibe. Definitely more inviting to, and let's be real. I mean, you guys know you were there. Like, yeah, I partook. I was like, this is great. Like, so definitely, yeah, I wouldn't have done that on a 7 day. You know, I probably wouldn't have even gotten the drink package on a 7 day celebrity because it just, those longer cruises don't have that energy to them. They're a little bit more laid back, whereas Reflection, and I think that's very intentional on Celebrity's part. I think they are wanting to market towards, you know, that shorter crowd. How many bachelor and bachelorette parties did we see?
There was a lot of bachelorette.
There's so many like colored shirts and ladies wearing crowns.
Yeah, and the bride,
the
bride thing.
Is there a convention I'm not aware of? Like, what the heck is going on?
There was a lot.
Yeah, there was a lot.
I can totally see what you're saying. Like, if it were like a 7 day trip, like, there's no way people would survive of drinking and partying and all that stuff.
No, I would have. No, my liver and kidneys would not have. I would have been airless.
Day 4, day 5 will be the day of recovery for the whole show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, it definitely. I agree with your observation. It's more of a party cruise, those shorter ones.
Which is an interesting combination, right? Because celebrity, it tends to be associated with the stereotype of being uppity and older people.
There was no older people. It was all younger
bougie
people.
And be like, oh no, I'm too high class to party it up.
There wasn't. It was very young crowd. Hey, Kimberly, thank you for coming in.
If you didn't tell me better, I would have believed we were in a carnival ship.
So they're saying how Karen is asking how we liked it. I loved it. As you could tell, I had a few drinks in me many times.
Did you like it before or after the drinks? How about that?
Before the drinks. I thought it was good. I really enjoyed it.
What about the embarkation process?
Well, hold on. I think that this ship is perfect for a 3 or 4 night.
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Short trips, not long trips.
This would not be a ship that I would want to be on for a 10-day Panama Canal or
across Atlantic voyage to Spain or something.
Yeah. So this ship, though, I had a great time. And we'll get into all the logistics of everything. Some people did come in. Hello, Danny D. Thank you for coming in.
Hey.
I saw Sherry whooping it. Yep. Yeah, you saw me a few times there. So KB says, did you like it before or after the casino?
Oh
Yeah.
my
How much
God.
were you influenced by any
That's a
potential
whole other
loss?
thing. Oh my God.
So I did win in the casino the first night.
Win.
It did me good in the casino. And then I started putting some of it back.
Some?
And then I kept winning again. So it was
Yeah.
up and down.
You
But
lose
Gotta be the
definition
beast.
from there.
Yep.
I will say I did come home with a profit. So
That's true.
yeah,
Two
I
profits,
came
technically.
in with a profit from the casino. Now I
Okay.
didn't bring home everything I won, but I came home with a little extra.
Nice.
So
Did you make it to, how many points did you get to? Did you make it to free
I
cruise?
think I got to like 800.
Oh, okay. You were close.
Yeah.
You're getting there.
Well,
Yeah.
they still rewarded you, right?
Yeah. And I got 2 cruise certificates. I don't know if they're the same, but they had 2 different
so
numbers
cool.
on them. So I don't know. I have to call and find out
And
about it.
she's gonna have to. She has until a month from now. Right?
Yeah, I got to figure it out quickly. I don't know if I have to use it in a month or if I have to just book something within the month.
Usually, with the casino ones, I think it's usually just book it by, because the
think
ones
so,
I've
too.
had, I could book out. Yeah.
I think
And
so.
honestly, once you book it, they're really flexible about, like, if you're not even sure that's the one you want to do, what we do is we just book them just to hold it so we don't lose the cruise credit, and then we'll just transfer it over to something further off so that, you know, we get to use it without losing it, and they don't penalize us at all for it.
That's a nice hack.
Yeah.
I can't, you know, obviously talk to whoever, you know, make sure it's 100%. But yeah, with ours, we've moved a few of them because we're like, oh, we're not going to be able to cruise it. We don't have this much PTO, you know, so we'll use it to push off. So
that's what we need to do. Then I need to call. So embarkation. So the embarkation process. First of all, we left out of Fort Lauderdale. KB is asking where coming is.
So the beauty of a 4-day week or 3-day weekend is you get a nice long cruise. The downside is that you got a lot of work when you come back to it. So he has a lot, you know, for those who don't know my husband, this is actually his channel, Kelman Explorers. I'm just pitch hitting here. But he is a mailman. And so he came back to a lot of deliveries. And so he phoned me and he's like, I need you to get on because I can't. And so you guys are stuck with me. Sorry. So that's the reason.
No, we're good. Hey, Eddie, thanks for coming in. Okay, so embarkation. So we left out of Fort Lauderdale, Port Everglades. We stayed at the Crown Plaza, which is literally right next to the port. And I will tell you this, we got that room dirt cheap because we are going out of Fort Lauderdale for Thanksgiving, and that room is a lot more expensive.
More than double the price.
And it's on a Saturday night, which is probably why.
Yeah, because we do it Thursday, right? Thursday to Friday. Yeah, much cheaper. Oh, sorry.
I'm talking like probably double the price.
I think it is double,
Yeah.
I'll give it though. Whoever picked that hotel did a great, I don't know who saw it, but great job, because it is like 2 seconds. I feel like I could walk to the port. Like it is.
But it's misleading. It's misleading because it looks like it's right next to the port, which it is.
But that's the gate.
That's the gate to get in. But then the ship is all the way.
That's true. Yeah. So don't try to walk it, is what you're saying.
Yeah. You will need a ride for like good 10-15 minutes to drive to the actual building.
But I didn't think the parking was expensive. It was $20 a night to park at the port.
No lines to get
There was no line. We literally got right in.
Plenty of parking.
Plenty of parking.
Now, I don't know if that's because it was a Friday or if it was a holiday, it was a Labor Day, if that's normally how it is. But
probably because we were early, because we had the same experience, probably being early, and then also, being off, because we've parked there. So that same terminal we've used for Ascent and Beyond, as well as Reflection. And there are times where you are fighting for a parking spot, and we've had to park at the very top in the heat. So I think it was just like a perfect day of just everything went right that day.
Caught the right lull, pretty much.
Exactly, yeah, because we were on level 2, which was great, especially because
so were we. We were,
perfect, yeah.
So we probably need to remember that when we go on the Ascent, that we probably need to get way early, because this might have just been a fluke.
Yeah, we lucked out big time. And then what about going through port security in the building itself? Because we never been. What are your thoughts there?
Well, it's totally different than Miami. When we went through Miami for the carnival celebration,
right.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Miami.
They had the dogs there. You had to go through security. Then you had to stand like in a mugshot line and put all your stuff down. And the dog comes and sniffs. We didn't have any of that.
Yeah, and I think that's carnival specific now because they're over the crap. They're like no more with the stuff coming on board, and so
contraband.
Yeah, exactly. And so I heard that Christine Duffy, who's what is she, like president of Carnival or something like that? She's actually the one who's been hiring the dogs to come in and do it. But no, isn't it so? Celebrities Terminal is just so nice. It is just smooth. It is.
It gives you a nice waiting area in the lobby with a nice ice refreshing water.
Now we didn't have to wait at all to get on, but they did have.
It's nice to have that there. Don't wait back. It's thundering right now, so now the dog's freaking out.
Yeah, oh, you're getting it too? You got it up here. Oh, hi. So cute.
Buddy.
So we got on very quickly. All we had to do was check in with some little lady standing there.
Yep.
She looked at our passport, and off we went.
That's good. We were right there on the ramp, and the ramp itself, no line there either. We just walked right up there on the ship, and you did a little signature hop.
Yeah. And then, and the muster drill was very easy because they send you a message in the morning. So at the hotel, we watched the video.
Yeah, we did it a day in advance almost pretty much.
Yeah. We got on the ship and you just go to the muster station, and they just put a thing in their computer that you checked in, and that was it.
Few seconds tops. It was very straightforward. And the other part that we liked is we went straight to our stateroom, even though it wasn't ready. We dropped off our luggage.
Yeah. So all the rooms there, they let you, you don't have to be any specific status or anything like that. When you get on the ship, you can go right to your room and drop off your luggage, which is very nice. Let me say hi to some people.
Don't realize how much you love that till you don't have it. And then you're like, God, I need that.
It's nice to have to carry so much stuff with you when going to the buffet or exploring the ship.
Yes. So Hayes Grove's Nest, thanks for coming in. And Crossover Paranormal Society, hello. Thank you so much for coming in.
Ashley, we're going to figure out a way to sneak you in.
Yeah, we got to sneak you in. Hey, celebrity, start letting dogs on.
Honestly.
Hey, Karen says she loved that hotel.
That hotel was pretty good. I was a little hesitant about the garage and the parking. I was like, oh, man, this seems very tight because the garage is the base floor of the building. And it's one of those things where you can't just drive into it. You got to talk to the valet folks to let you in.
Yes.
So then you have to then check in, and then they allow you in through the gate internally in the garage.
That's called the city. That's called city living.
City living.
Whatever it is, it was just a bit different.
Yeah, it definitely, I'm not used to that because I'm used to just pulling up anywhere and I have so much. But having to navigate parking, I'm like, oh man. But luckily Kelman did all that. So I was like, whatever. I just got to sit by and be a passenger princess.
So the embarkation process, then I would give it a 10 out of 10. I thought it was excellent. Quick, efficient.
They would have had probably more clear signs of where the heck to drive because we thought it was just right behind the security gate.
And then,
one of my biggest complaints is how far you have to walk from the parking garage to get to the terminal. Yeah. That's really rough. And people should prepare for that because if you're carrying a lot of stuff, it's going to end up in some fights with your significant other if you're packing too much because it's a pretty long walk and I can speak to kind of I don't know if you guys remember, but I was irresponsible and left my phone in my car. So I actually had to go through everything twice, but I will say it was a breeze even the second time. It took a little bit, but I had to get off the ship and they were so good with security because I went over to a security guard. I was like, hey, I left my stuff. He goes, just go on. When you come back, you don't have to go. I had to go back through, obviously, to make sure I didn't have any, I had to go through the metal detectors. But then I came back through and he saw me before I even walked over and he remembered me. He waved me over. He's like, go. I got to skip the line. I was like, thank you. I felt very VIP, but really it's just because I was irresponsible and left my phone in the car.
Well, that's good. I was wondering when he said you forgot your phone, I was like, I wonder how that process works.
They definitely were like, they questioned me at first. They're like, why? You could see, which I understand, right? Like the whole thing is about security and keeping everybody safe. But I told them, I was like, yeah, I left my phone. They're like, okay. And they just had me go through like this back area, not really back area, but like this side area. So I didn't have to go through the whole crowd going back out. And then when I came back in, I went through that same side area and they just let me right back in. So
really, you didn't just name drop and say, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am?
So you had to walk all of that.
They'd be like, ma'am, then you need to get in the back of the line because we have no idea who you are. Yeah, the worst part was walking back to the parking garage. I'm like, oh my God, but I got my steps in, so it was worth it.
So have you guys done an Alaska cruise before?
Yeah, a long time ago, like 2014.
Okay, so we took an Uber from the hotel to the port.
Oh, yeah.
And there was some special contract. I don't know if it was with the taxis or what it was with, but Uber and Lyft had to park way away to drop you off, and we had to lug all of our luggage. That's what that kind of reminded me of.
Was that Seattle?
That was Seattle.
Because of Union, the taxis union.
Oh.
They pushed back and we're like, no.
That checks out for Seattle.
Let them walk.
Yeah, we rented a car. So this was 10 years ago, but we rented a car. And so Kelman dropped me off like right at the port with all of our stuff. And then the rental car place was not that far. So he just dropped the car off and then walked. But yeah, I can see that's very Seattle coded to be like, no, you can't be in this area.
And that was a lot of luggage. This was like nothing because it was a 3-day cruise, but that was a lot.
And the folks that we were with, you remember, he had to go back and they rented a car.
Oh yeah.
They rented a van and had to go back and pick up people because
that's rough.
It was a whole ordeal. It was just a lot of drama.
So Karen's saying we need a cruise out of New York. Karen, I do want to cruise out of New York. I want to do a Canadian cruise.
Karen, Karen, do you think that the New York port is less chaotic than what you observed here, or more so?
I think she might be talking about the walking and the parking and all of that. That's probably what she's talking about. But I do want to do a Canadian cruise in the fall to see all the Leos.
Then again, New York has public transportation. Right?
True.
So
true. Yeah.
I had my husband drop me in the luggage in front, then park the car. That was smart. Very smart. Britt, when they had sail away, I said to Kelman, did you leave your wife in the car on a phone call?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I unfortunately, of course, the way it worked was I had to work that Friday. And we have in order to get into our system, you have to have your cell phone. So I couldn't even be because I would have just left it for the weekend. If I didn't have to work, I was not about wanting to walk back. And then by the time I got to the car, I had a 1:30 meeting. So I had to sit in the car for 45 minutes. And Kelman's texting me. He's like, you better get on the ship. Don't miss it. I'm like, I'm fine. It'll be fine. I don't rush about that kind of stuff. So I'm just like, it'll be okay.
Meantime, we're already 4 or 5 drinks in.
You guys were having the time of your lives. It was great.
At the martini bar. Hey, Will G, welcome in. I hope you like the Mariner of the Seas. You were on at the same time we were.
That was a very cool martini bar. For the folks that don't know, the bar, they put I want to say shaved ice. I don't know if it's shaved ice, but it's ice. The top layer of the bar.
Let me just get through this and we'll talk about the bars because that was next on the list. Hey, Scratch and Pete.
She has an itinerary.
Thanks for coming in. Hey, Antoinette. Hey. Let's see. Let me just scroll.
Hurry up. I want to talk about the bar.
About the same for the port, but I just want to take you guys out for dinner.
Oh, thank you.
KB, well, that's what you have to go with us, not just take us out to dinner. You got to come on the cruise with us.
You got to go on that cruise with us. You're the one who has all those credits on Celebrity, KB. Hey, Danny D said she just subbed to your channel over there.
Thank you.
All right, so the bars. Let's talk about the bars on Celebrity.
Well, I just want to talk about one bar.
Well, hold on, but let's talk about how many there were on this ship.
Jeez, hurry up, will you?
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a lot.
There was a lot of bars.
There was a lot of bars.
I would say we didn't get to all of these.
How many bars do you think? Give a number. You know? Nope.
Say probably like 12, 13 maybe.
More, right?
I have it written down somewhere. I had a stat. I don't know what I did with it, but yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot.
There's
You
a
have
lot
the
of
sunset
bars.
bar, martini bar, the casino bar, like everywhere you go, you're not like, that's one thing I will give celebrity is that when you buy the drink package, you don't feel shorted because there's always opportunity to get a drink. Like they're not,
Legs. Thanks for
low,
coming
low
Like,
staff.
in. And Scratch and Pete and Ryan Donahue came in. Hello.
Hey.
So yeah, so the favorite bar though was, go on. Let's talk about your
martini
favorite bar.
No, it's just that bar. Well, you guys picked it. I just followed the crowd.
I think the bar picked us. We just have
to looking for anyone. They were at the martini bar.
Yeah, that was like the hub spot, right? It's like if you ever
Yeah.
get lost, go to Martini Bar. And there they had like was it shaved ice? I don't know how they did it, but it was like almost like a
So what
snow
it
kind
is-
of thin ice.
If you look at it, you see it best when we're in port and the bar is shut down, but it's actually like almost like a refrigerator type system. So the ice is coming up off of the actual bar, like it's metal underneath.
Oh, so it's
kind of like an ice skating rink.
Exactly. Yep, exactly. Because if you sit there, because like I'm a fidgeter, so like I scratch the bar to get to the metal, and then within like 5 minutes it would be already back up again. Like it was the cool. I love that, and I'm like constantly writing on it. Yeah.
Here I am thinking that they just paid somebody to just spread ice constantly.
So you're not wrong about, so there's the main part of the martini bar, right? And then you guys were also sitting at that little sidebar area. I do think they stocked that one because that one's like,
so they do pad it. They do create these little like hills or mountains of ice with
like snow cone ice.
Waters in there. That part's cool. Too,
yeah, they put the
whole area decked out with that.
Yeah. So you're not wrong. It's both ways. But yeah, it's just a great bar. I love it. It has a really good vibe. The martinis are just listen, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I went hard on those martinis. So like I love them. They are so good there.
And they do a show there. They do a show every night at the martini bar with I don't know how they do it, but they line all the drinks up and they do like
with
this
the big cups stacked to each other. And they do a thing.
It's really cool on the longer sailings. I have never seen this on Reflection, but on the longer sailings, like Captain Kate, she'll go and she'll actually do it. So they'll have the captain come out and get up on the bar and do the pours. Like it's really cool. You can see it on YouTube. So it's really fun. Some of the officers will come out and do it, just depending on, usually it's like a sea day. Is when they'll come out and do it. So it's definitely worth it to go check out the show. And then on top of it, if you don't have the drink package, when they do the pour, they'll actually give those out for free. Whatever they poured, if you're standing nearby, they'll just give you those martinis. So like I'm always right at the bar. Give me a martini.
That's cool. Yeah, we'll have to make sure next time we see this. We didn't see the show on this one, but we'll have to.
Yeah, definitely have to check it out.
It'll be on the.
And that's something that's very unique to Celebrity, I've been told, right? And none of the other cruise lines really do that. Carnival or Royal.
Yeah. So there was always drinks flowing. And then I learned at the martini bar of a new drink. It is called a Dirty Shirley Temple. And it tastes like candy.
That's your first one?
I've had a Shirley Temple, but I've never had a dirty Shirley Temple.
You really are in here, no?
No,
dirty get you in trouble.
Non-alcohol.
What kind of childhood have you had? Have you had a Dirty Shirley Temple?
Childhood is an adult drink.
Right, starting young. What's wrong with that?
Listen,
don't judge.
I told you guys this. I did Dirty Shirley's at my best friend's wedding. I only remember like half the wedding. Like the Dirty Shirley's are so dangerous because you don't know. Like they're so good.
It tastes like candy.
Sounded like a good, fun wedding. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
what about the drink before that? You remember?
I had a coconut teeny. I did not like it.
Coconut cream tea.
Yeah, I did not like that at all. Yeah. One martini I didn't get to try, which I wanted to try, was that lemon lavender one.
Oh, you never tried it?
Ooh, that's right.
I never got to try it. I'll have to try
Probably
it.
For the best, because that's what got me was the lavender.
Lemon drop. Lavender drop.
So here's the kicker. And this is what I want to ask you guys. So do you guys think the drink package is worth it? Now, I will say on this particular cruise, I was paying $20 a drink. So $20 a drink or drink package.
Is it normally 20?
It depends on the
They're like
cruise.
Doesn't it
17
depend on the
plus
drink?
tip. Yeah, the martinis are all 17 plus tip, so they're
Ooh.
they're up there.
So the $20 included the tip. They
Yeah.
included the tip
Oh.
onto that.
Yeah.
So do you guys think, though, the drink package on a 3 or 4 day would be worth it? But you also got to take into consideration that if you do get the drink package, this particular sailing went to Coco Cay. Coco Cay, your drinks are included. So if it didn't go to Coco Cay and you're on a 3-day cruise, would you get the drink package?
And while they're answering, because I know everyone's loves to answer this one. This is always like a hot button topic, right? Like it's so polarizing. Should you or should you not? One thing I do love about Celebrity, and I think Royal possibly does this as well, is they don't make you sign to do additional tipping. So Carnival, when you get the drink package, they'll give you your receipt, and then there's like, you kind of get like, I don't want to say tricked, because like you should, it's nice to have the option to give additional if you really liked that particular bartender, but they always make you sign, and then you feel guilty because you don't want to leave that line blank, but you've already paid the tip. So I'm just like, oh man, these drinks are not, the drink package plus the tips. Whereas Carnival or Celebration, and I'm pretty sure Royal, they don't give you anything to sign. It's like you just hand them your card, they hand you the drink, you walk away, which is nice to not have that like additional step in your transaction, I think, and then if you want to
like when I was at the pool, I mean, this is great too. When I was at the pool, the guy came around, took our drink order, just asked my room number. Yeah. Didn't even look at my card, never gave me a receipt, just brought my drink, and that was it.
It's great. I love it.
And I was in the pool. So he just came back and gave me my drink in the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say their service is really great on Celebrity. Like it's pretty unmatched. I mean, there are some really great ships that also do good, but I don't know, something about Celebrity, it's never been a miss on any of the Celebrity ships I've ever been on. They're great. And you get a lot of the same crew that will serve you at night in the casino. They'll serve you at the bar or the pool or, wherever. And so you just start to, if you drink enough, you start to develop these relationships with these, bartenders that are taking care of you. So yeah, they do a great job.
So what was your one thing, Brittany, that I mean, we really love this cruise, but we always have one thing that they can do better in, right? What was your one thing?
Ooh, that's hard because I'll be honest with you, I was a little tapped out on this cruise. I relaxed on this cruise. I did not do much. I stayed in my room. I was just like, I think you guys saw me around like 2 p.m. So, I would probably say, and this is going off of also some other commentary from, because we had a pretty big group, right? Like we had a table of 12 that we were seeing. Not that 12 always showed up, but we had a table of 12.
Well, we had a group of 15, but they would only seat 12 at one table, but we never really had the whole full 12.
We kind of flash mobbed that master dining room table.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say that I think from what I heard, at least for one of the dinners, that I only came for dessert, but that service was a little bit slow, which is pretty historically accurate on a lot of the Celebrities sailings that we've done. You have to take your time with dinner. They're not going to blast dinner out to you. I
think that's they're trained to do that. I think they want you in dinner and to have a long dinner, and I think that's part of their thing.
Yeah. And so I would say just for me personally, it's just more of, because unfortunately, especially if you don't do my time dining, which we ended up not being able to do, because we had such a big group, they committed us to selecting a time. But the problem with that is that the time that they picked for us, you couldn't really go to the 7:00 show because you'd be rushing to dinner, but then you couldn't go to the 9:00 show because dinner's so long. So we kind of got this time frame that wasn't great for us. But other than that, I would say the only other thing different, I think, on this cruise is that we didn't meet our room steward till we were leaving, which is really rare. Really rare.
We never met our room steward.
I did.
Oh, you did? I never met our
because I'm a friendly person.
You seek them
But
out.
I will say for the dinner though, they would only seat us either at 5:15 because we were a large party. There was only 2 choices we had: 5:15 or 7:45. Those were our 2 options.
And just not great.
Yeah, normally you can just get seated, or you just tell them and they'll seat you.
What are your thoughts of the bread? Serving of the bread? You remember? You had a.
Well, you guys know I was a jabberjaw the entire time I was, so I didn't eat a lot, believe it or not. I actually usually love celebrity bread. Let me rephrase this. Bread is just the vessel to the amazing butter they have. They have really great butter.
They give you 3 or 4. If you've never been on Celebrity, they give you like 3 or 4 different butters, and they're all different flavors. And each night it's different. So,
and that's the thing. Every night it's a different 3 combo of butters.
Yeah. And you can always ask for the regular if you're a real.
He's saying dinner is like an hour and a half to 2 hours.
It could be, yeah. And that could be challenging if you have a show you want to see. It's really hard to time that.
I will say the people next to us, they were an older crowd, but they had a birthday every day on the ship. Every night they were singing happy birthday to the table. And I'm like, how many birthdays?
I don't, like 9 months prior must have been Valentine's Day or something. I don't know why everybody was born. How did everybody get born around the time?
And our waiter was a little not, I don't know if he thought we were giving him a hard time, but he didn't seem very with it. Like he seemed kind of annoyed with our table.
Well, I would say that we kind of surprised them having such a large party because it was really 2 tables combined into one. Plus, probably understaffed a little bit, overwhelmed a little bit.
But the food was phenomenal. And the part of Celebrity that's a tough decision is, do you want to go to the main dining room or do you want to go to the buffet? Because they are both so good.
Tell them about the butter in the buffet.
Oh, and then they have that butter on Royal too. Whatever that butter is that comes in the wrapper that they have.
With like a little Dutch girl on it, or if there's something.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was so good. I just wanted to take like a Ziploc and put a bunch in it.
It was so good, so creamy, and it's probably like 1,000 calories.
It's from like the Netherlands or something.
Worth it. And I wouldn't have judged you if you just threw some in your bag, I wouldn't have judged you.
So yeah, their buffet and this buffet. Okay, so first of all, the summit. When we were on the summit, that buffet blew us away. Yeah. This buffet on the day we were in Nassau for lunch.
Last day, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. It blew it over the top.
Yeah, so the story behind that is you guys just got done eating breakfast. I didn't. I just joined you guys later, right? Mm-hmm. And we were all planning to hang out by the adult solarium, just hanging out and catching some rays, whatnot. As we head towards that direction, we passed by the buffet, and they were still setting things up. And the corner of our eyes, where I'm like seeing like nothing but beautiful cake after beautiful cake after. I'm like, oh, what are they doing here? And then we start looking around. We start observing the huge tower of shrimp that they were setting up. And then it just led to these other stations that were just out of this world.
Huge spread of
huge
shrimp
cocktail, mussels. The list just goes on and on.
There was a whole like meat buffet,
fried steak,
where they cut whatever meat you wanted. They make it, or they have it already made, like 4 or 5.
Lamb, pork, beef, you name it. It was just endless, all the variety of options. But it was so beautifully decorated. It was like something that you had to take a picture first before eating it.
They had a
picture. I was like,
yeah, they had a chocolate fountain, and they didn't let people like go up and put their hands in it. They had someone that was manning it, and you told them what you wanted your chocolate dipped with, and they took it, put it on like a skewer, and they did it for you. That was amazing.
A beautiful display of fruit. That's just something out of a magazine. It just kept going on. A pasta station that went all out. The hummus station. They had like 4 or 5 different hummuses.
Yes, it's so good. Well, you guys were the ones who recommended we go to Greek night in the buffet or Greek lunch. I can't remember one of them. And we got there, and their gyros were so good. Like I don't know.
Good.
Yes.
so good. I was like, oh my gosh. And I've been on a few celebrities, but I guess I've just never tried Greek night, and it was so delicious. But
Yes.
if you go back and you look, Kelman has a video on Celebrity Ascent. So we did, we were the second sailing on Celebrity Ascent when it first came out. And the first like inaugural sailing season, that buffet, take what you saw, add lobster tail, add crab, add, like it was insane. And I don't eat seafood, so completely wasted on me, which really sucks, but it was beautiful to look at. It was like, oh my God. Yeah, they do a great job at it.
Working hard, just displaying it. Yeah.
Well, the good part about having the late dinner was we could still go to the buffet at like 5.
Yeah.
Have a little appetizer. Yeah. And then go to the dinner.
That's the thing, like that's become our routine. Like you would say, hey, let's just peruse the buffet. We're not going to eat anything. We're just curious what they have. Yeah. And then, like, 2 meals later, we're still
literally that's us
for dinner.
Yeah.
No shame. No shame.
Yeah, and that's why I purposely on Utopia booked the late shows.
I think so. Yeah.
That's so we could do the same thing and then
book the late dinners, book the late shows, because the buffet. The dinner buffet, I think it's at least worthwhile stopping by just to peruse.
What was Kelman saying? Oh, that's not me, by the way. When Kelman wrote,
said it was difficult because Kelman was drinking every night. It was ordering and intoxicated.
He must be drunk right now because I don't know what that means. Try again, bud.
Yeah, maybe he was annoyed because he was saying happy birthday every night.
Yes.
Hey, the Down Under Cruisers. Thank you so much for coming in.
We're heading your way in April. We're going to Australia in April. I'm excited.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yes.
So ready.
Karen's laughing. So the shows, I didn't make it to any of them.
I made it to at least one of the shows.
And what did you think of the show?
Even though I had to like bail halfway through dinner.
Yeah.
To try to make it. I watched the Magician's Show. That was the second show on day 2. It was okay. I mean, the guy tried to go a bit high tech with an air drone inside an auditorium. I thought that was kind of cool. But for the most part, a lot of it was just sleight of hand magic and a lot of jokes.
Yeah.
Just that it's nothing like to drop what you're doing and go see it, but at the same time, it's better than, nothing,
Yeah. And I think that with these newer ships like Utopia, Icon, when we start sailing these and we're seeing these really like high level productions, right? Even with the Oasis class, like I remember just like, it blew my mind. There were Broadway shows, on these cruise ships. When you step back into the ships that don't have that, it is a bit like, because we saw the same show. We saw The Magician. And I remember you asked, and I'm like, well, I don't want to ruin this for him, but it's not that exciting. But we also, I saw the tail end of one of the production shows, and it's actually one I had not seen, and it looked really good. I saw like the last number, and it looked really well done. The stage was, all of the what do you call it? I wasn't a theater geek. I wanted to be, but I couldn't sing. The whatever it's called, like all of the stuff they bring out on stage.
The props and the
props.
Stage.
Thank you. Yeah. Look, they were just like really well done, and their lighting is really great in that theater. And it's a nice theater that actually properly sits a good amount of people. Like we could find seats, and not have to be standing room only, at least a couple times that I went, which was pretty nice.
Yeah. Same with my experience. I was able to find a seat.
Was this the same show this time that you saw the last time you were on the Reflection?
The Magician?
Yeah.
So the actual person was different, but the show was almost the same. Like they were doing very
similar. Like they're going off of the same script. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So it very much was like, and kind of like to your point about it being like sleight of hand, like that's a little bit more difficult to perform on a stage where there's, I don't know what the seating is in that theater, but they're having to just like have it on camera and you're watching it on a screen instead of, so it was just kind of, it wasn't terrible at all. I thought he was funny. He was, he was very personable, but it's just, when you start to get used to these high-end Royal Caribbean shows, you're like, I kind of miss that.
That's the thing. Like, Royal stepped the game up so high in the production quality that we're kind of been spoiled.
And I was actually just talking about this yesterday. If I could take the food and the service from Celebrity and mix it with what I like from Royal, like the shows,
merge
that
them.
would be like the perfect cruise ship, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like that's it, right? And what's so crazy about it is they're sister ships or
Right.
sister companies rather. So yeah, I don't know where the disconnect is with, I mean, Royal's food isn't terrible. Like, I don't want to paint that picture for anybody who hasn't been on it, but Celebrity just, yeah, where Celebrities raise the bar in food, Royal's done it with entertainment. So you're right.
And surprisingly enough, like we spoke to somebody in the adult solarium. Remember that? A lady that went to the carnival, not the Disney Wish. And she said that the food in Celebrity was better than the Disney ships that she's been.
Oh, that's saying
that's
something.
Pretty high bar. That's high. Because their quality's up there as well.
Yeah,
that's what everyone says. I've never been, but yeah, that's interesting. I'm gonna have to do Disney now just so I can compare it.
So let's talk about our cabins. What type of room did you have?
So we had a balcony. We were surprised with an extended balcony, which was actually reminiscent of when we went on MSC, we ended up with an accessibility cabin just because it was all that was left. And that's happened to us a couple times and we don't ask for them, but this one specifically wasn't. There was no ramps or anything. So I was actually very surprised. It was a great balcony. It really was. And our room, I thought our room was pretty good. You know, we've been on older Celebrity ships and even they, even they.
Sorry, you guys, it's storming.
It's storming and he keeps freaking out.
Poor guy. But yeah, no, our room was great. And you know, one thing about Celebrity that a lot of the cruise lines are going away from is that the room attendant will make up your room twice a day, right? Like old school cruising. That's kind of going away, especially post-pandemic, but Celebrity's still doing it, which is pretty nice because I am messy. So I have no problem somebody coming in and remaking my bed.
So they still have they have the refrigerator in these rooms. But our refrigerator was stocked, but again, you still have to pay for everything that's in your fridge. There was no room, like if we brought something back to put in the fridge or anything like that.
Yes.
We had an inside cabin. It was very tight for both of us.
It was.
But the bathroom was surprisingly big.
It was big. It was one of the larger bathrooms I've ever been on a cruise ship, where there's actually space between the toilet and the wall. And, and the cylinder, the shower, there was actually space to move your elbows in a little bit. So it was not that bad.
Yeah. And we had a couch.
We had a couch. The room was a bit tighter because it was an interior room, but it allows us to get closer together. That's what I think.
There you go.
And you had the 2 outlets. There was no USB.
Wasn't because of it.
No USB in there.
It's in that way.
Yeah.
For sure. I've seen this.
The room seemed a little dated, but
the outlets were really a bit far away for us. We had to position a seat to bring in long enough cord to be able to charge our phones.
And they do come in the shower with, hey, Bone Tired Travelers, thanks for coming in. They do come with shampoo, conditioner, and body wash in the shower, like a spa grade shampoo and conditioner. Yeah.
Doesn't matter your love. Interior room all the way up to suite. It's all a really nice quality.
Like a skin bottle too,
yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which I confused for soap a few times before I realized, like, wait a second. This is not soap.
What
do you guys thought of the mints?
Oh, the chocolates?
Oh, yeah, the chocolates. Yeah. They put chocolates on your bed every night, on your pillow.
Very fancy, very high class.
Just a little touch. Kelman hates it because he forgets they're there. And then he gets in the bed and he lays on them. So he hates them. I personally like them, so I just grab them and eat them. But real quick, I wanted to show, so Celebrity is besides the Beyond, Edge, and the other one, Ascent, all of the ships are dated, going back to there's no USBs or anything like that. So when we travel now, I bring this guy, which has it's not going to do it because whatever, but this one has the USBs on there. And the other thing about it too is that it's flat. So get a flat one because there are hidden, some of the rooms, the plug is hidden kind of down underneath the nightstand. So you have to kind of get under there to get it, which is like the craziest design, but maybe it looked differently before they refurbed them. So yeah, definitely bring, I'm pretty sure that one's not a surge protector. At least it's never been taken from me. So just make sure you don't use a surge protector. I think those are the ones that get confiscated.
Yeah, they get banned.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
But I didn't have any complaints about the room.
What about, do you guys miss the animal towels? Because they don't do that in Celebrity. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't.
Animal.
Neither here nor there? Really? It's beneath you? Because you're so high class, you're like, I don't play with toys.
That's what it is. I just snub my nose to them. No, I don't know. I guess honestly, I've been without animal towels for 2 years now. I haven't been on Carnival because Carnival's the. Does Royal do it?
Royal does it, yeah.
And they do.
Yeah.
It probably has to do with, so there was not a lot of kids on this cruise.
Yeah.
I feel like Celebrity doesn't really cater to kids. We didn't even really see any ducks anywhere on this cruise.
Yeah, there's
like any hidden
one little girl, this cutest little girl. She got in the elevator with me and Kelman. She had, I'm not kidding you, her little hands full of those tiny little micro ducks. And we were like, what you doing? She's like, tiny ducks. We're like, there's like 50 ducks in your hand. But I'm like, but she was bringing them to her dad or something. But yeah, you're right. Like other than that little girl, and I never saw the ducks either. So
I never saw any ducks.
Yeah, no ducks.
There's not really a lot of kids activities on this Celebrity ship.
Because they lock them away.
And I noticed when we were on the Summit, they didn't have a lot of kids activities. So I don't think that Celebrity really caters to.
No.
I mean, they have the kids club, but that was really all. There's no kids area or kids splash pad.
No arcade room.
There's no arcade room. Like there's nothing for kids to do on that cruise.
Besides the pool, that's it.
Yeah.
Pretty much the main pool area. And that's pretty
I think that would be a big mistake that maybe a new cruiser wouldn't realize they need to look out for when they're booking with children, because Celebrity is not built for kids. Like, I don't care what they're trying to do with the whole weekend thing. It is not a kids cruise.
Well,
so I
to dirty Shirley Temples, then that's the perfect place.
Yeah.
20-something bars, even the bars inside the bathrooms, they're quite convenient if you want to have a drink while doing
right. You don't want to. You got to just keep it flowing.
Keep flowing. That's what I'm saying.
But
so even on the holiday weekend, there were not a lot of kids. Now there are a lot, like we said earlier, there was a lot of bachelorette parties, but there was not a lot of young kids on this cruise at all.
It's like one big giant adult section, the entire ship.
Yeah. So basically, the solarium was extended to the whole ship, if you think about it. Yeah, because the solarium is adults only. Yeah.
When we did that 14-day one, I remember each child. I can picture them in my brain. That's how few children there were on the 14-day. And they were with like their grandparents, who just wanted to take them on a cruise. Like, yeah, it definitely is not a kids cruise line. And I feel so bad for kids who end up on it because there is just nothing to do. Like, it's brutal unless you just want to swim in the pool, which some kids are fine with that. Some kids are great, but it's not a cruise. When you go on Carnival, there's kids running around, they're bumping into you, they're knocking on your door at 2 a.m. You don't get that with Celebrity for sure.
No. Hey, M&T. Thanks for coming in. Nautical Nurse Nancy says, I do like the animal towels, but I'd rather have the turn down service.
Really, Nancy? You don't want to experience nature and the support animals? You were like, no.
Towel
to be cleaned for the 5th time.
Hey, oh my gosh, I pronounced it.
Oh, here we go. We
were watching your Utopia video today, or was it yesterday? Might have been yesterday, and I kept repeating your name, trying to get it right. I finally got it right, and now you got it. You almost got it. Keep going. You're almost there. Nuki.
Oh, you're close. Yes.
Yeah.
Hiki Nuki.
See, I practiced.
Hiki Nuki. There you go.
And that was a great Utopia. If you guys are looking, because we're going on Utopia next week, that video had a lot of good tips in it.
And excellent video editing, Hiki Nuki.
Yes.
Okay.
Thumbs up on the video editing. You got high quality content right there.
I always decapitate the animals and use
Decapitate the animals.
and use them.
You know what? That's probably why I don't know about the towel animals, because I never see them because they've been used by the time I get back into the room.
I should have laughed too much on that.
M&T, hello. They're actually on Utopia with us, M&T.
Ooh.
There was a lot of bachelorette groups on our trip also. Still quite a few kids. Okay, so he was on Mariner this past weekend as well. So maybe it was just a big weekend for bachelorette parties.
What are you guys thinking of, like, just the party in general in celebrity, especially they had a white clothing party,
yeah,
and a Latin party with Latin music. That's pretty much it, right?
Those were the only two.
And the silent disco.
They had a silent
they canceled 80s, right? I think you guys said they canceled 80s. Someone said they canceled
the 80s party. That's right. They did have an 80s party.
No, it wasn't canceled. They did have it. I saw people walking around all decked out in 80s clothes.
Okay. I missed that.
What they did for the white party, because it was raining, it was supposed to be up at the pool deck. They moved it inside.
Okay. Yeah, I think the parties are great. You know what we missed out on? We didn't do karaoke. There is something about, so I've been to a lot of karaoke, like even Carnival has like a dedicated karaoke kind of area, and then some of the royal ships actually have like karaoke rooms. There is something about Reflection because it's up in the Sky Lounge. It is such a good time to do karaoke because it's a really intimate like group, and like people are just having so much fun. I'm like, dang, we missed it. I was telling Kelman, I'm like, I wish we would have done. I don't even get up and sing, but it would have just been fun to like, watch everybody.
I love watching karaoke. We didn't even barely go into that lounge.
Yeah.
We went one time into there and they were playing trivia, but we just went in there to check it out, and we've just bounced into it. We didn't even know it was there.
There was a lot of different hidden corners and
so one thing we did find on this cruise, which was unique, is they had electronic game tables, and they were free. Right, with like games on them.
Yeah, they didn't charge us. They didn't nickel and dime us to play checkers.
No, you sit down. It's like a table of 4, and there was like an electronic
TV screen.
Yeah, on a table.
But it was a touch screen, and so we just.
And it's really cool. It's like out in the open on like one of the decks, right? Like as you're going into the rooms.
Deck 9 was it, or something like that? Deck 7.
It was deck 9.
Deck 9.
Yeah.
You may have to search a little bit for it because they don't really advertise it, but it was nice to have that option, right? To be able to play a game with the loved one.
And they also had a midnight buffet. And it wasn't just pizza.
It wasn't just pizza. It wasn't just the leftovers.
Yeah.
It was really good. Some good stuff there.
They had charcuterie. They had pasta
station.
They had some Indian food.
Well, some of the leftovers were the kebabs from the Greek night. They kind of moved that over. Yeah. But they also had a lot of pastries late at night too. A lot of cakes.
Yes, they had cakes late at night. So it was a different thing though every night. It wasn't the same
recycled stuff over and over again. Yeah.
So Kelman says I converted another dirty. Yeah, you did. Brian Weber, thanks for coming in. And how much was your Utopia cruise?
Oh, $5 billion. How much was
What's
remember we did a group cruise, and so we got the group cruise rate. I want to say $400 a piece, maybe.
It was more. It was about 600 each.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was for an inside cabin. And then we got, I did the bid thing, which I shouldn't have done. And now we have an ocean view.
We do.
Well, I just feel like it's a waste. Like
we're barely going to be in there. Yeah.
After this group cruise, right? We are barely in the room. And then the group cruise we were just on last October, we were barely in the room. So I think it's kind of.
But someone has told, didn't you just say that the price of Utopia skyrocketed?
It has skyrocketed.
It's like for the same trip, you're paying now probably in like the 4-digit range for each person. So I'm like, so it went.
But and here's the kicker with Utopia. So the shows they opened up the shows today for us to make the reservations, but a lot of them are like back to back. So you have the ice skating show, right? It's 45 minutes. So let's just say it starts at 8:45. The next show starts at 8 or 9:30.
They're back to
So
back.
you have
Oh,
their
you
back
got
to back,
sprint.
and you're supposed to be there 15 minutes before, or they could give
then
up
there's
your
dinner
seat.
in the middle of it.
Yeah, so everything is just,
We're crowd controlling that. Yeah.
We're gonna have to
So-
teleport.
we barely did any of the shows on this cruise that was 3 days. Now we've got to build in time for these shows,
We're gonna have to divide and conquer. You do main dining room for your escargot. I go to the show.
And then the last night we have the railway, which is a 2-hour dinner. So I didn't want to book shows that night. So everything we have is on day 1 and 2. So
yeah, I don't know how you're gonna do it. Well, so the Utopia I'm going on, I think it's 3 or 4 night or whatever. But then the one in January, I'm doing it back to back because I'm like, there's no way I can do this ship in a weekend. It's so.
Let me ask you this question then: do you wish Celebrity Reflection was a 4-day cruise?
Celebrity Reflection, I would say for 3 days, it was good. I could have done 4 days easily, but you would have done the whole ship in 4 days.
Yeah.
The whole ship would have been done in 4 days.
What are your thoughts then? 3 or 4 days are enough?
So I did both, right? Like with that back to back. So the first one was the 4-day. By the time it was ready, we were ready to go on to the next ship. I had done it all. I had seen everything. So it's with that ship, you kind of just have to fall in love with it and be okay with being back on it again if you're going to stay an extended amount of time. Because if not, I completely agree with you. I would be so bored, which is also why, for me, because I had been on it, I'm like, oh, I don't mind staying in the room. I don't have any FOMO. I've seen it all. I'm not upset by it, but with some other ships, yeah, you're feeling like you're panicked to get everything in with this ship.
That's how we're going to be with Utopia.
So do you think do you hope that the industry will change with its 3-day trips? Because it seems like that's the norm now.
Well, I'm fine with the 3-day trips, but price them affordable to where I want to get back on it in another month or 2 to do the rest of it.
If they're charging for prices of a week-long cruise trip,
then
but it's only for three days.
Then no.
Yeah.
And here's the other kicker to this. So Celebrity Reflection, for me to do the refreshments package, which is, everything besides the alcohol, I had to have him get it. So both of us had to have it. Royal Caribbean for Utopia, only I have it.
Yeah.
It's messed up.
And they're owned by the same company. That's the weird thing. So,
yeah, I don't know if that's did you get the wrong person who was just being difficult? I wonder what their actual written policy is. I'm gonna go look it up.
Well, no, I don't think so, because I tried to do it online and it made me select him. I couldn't just select. And then I asked 2 people the first day when we were in the buffet. People. That's another thing on that ship on Celebrity. So when you're in the buffet, the waiters come around and they will serve you drinks at the buffet at your table. That has never happened to us on Royal Caribbean.
Isn't it? That's the one thing, I never feel upset when randomly the drink package is put on my account, Kelman. Because I'm like, we'll make use of it. But yeah, because there's definitely other cruise lines where you are fighting to get your drinks. I'm like, can I just get a Coke? And you can't find anybody to get it for you. And, it's not readily accessible. But that's one thing I will say about Celebrity. They're not stingy when it comes to making sure.
And they have 2 bars in the buffet where you can walk up and get
that's
drinks.
right. There's bars in the buffet.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of a testament to what we were saying earlier, that Celebrity is for an older crowd. Because I know the older I get, the more frustrated I get with having to go places and find, I think they did a good job.
They got to self-medicate to enjoy the time.
Exactly.
Over the scene. That's what it is.
So Karen loved them both. What did she love both? I don't remember.
Port? Are we talking about the port in New York?
No, we're way past that.
Oh.
I don't remember.
And then Kelman said, I like the Latin. Oh, maybe it was the parties. I like the Latin party. I slept through the white party.
Oh, he definitely liked the Latin party. He was, cutting the rug there. Yeah.
He was
it
was coming out of him. I'm like, oh, he can move a little bit. I didn't know
that.
Yeah. So Kelman booked his shows this morning, so they must have opened up for your cruise as well.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Michelle. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, hey, Michelle.
Michelle, Karen said she didn't see many people tipping the bartenders.
Yeah.
I didn't have the drink package, so my drinks were already pricey enough. So they got what the gratuity was.
Automatic. Yeah. Well, that's the thing is did they hand you anything to sign even though you didn't have the drink package? Yeah, I don't think that's customary with celebrity. Like, I think they just ring it and go. Like, they don't ask for, additional. So yeah, I mean, if that's really, important, and for some people it is very much, because I think their standard is like 18 or 20. It's not 15 like Carnival. Yeah, bring cash, I guess, is the recommendation, because I'm pretty sure they're allowed to take cash at the bars.
So did you guys think there was enough pools and hot tubs? And
well, it was on a bit on the tighter side because not a lot of people went out to Nassau, Bahamas. They stayed on the ship.
Yeah. So this ship, a lot of people. First of all, we had 2 stops. One was Perfect Day, and one was Nassau. So Perfect Day, it was raining, so not a lot of people got off. We got off for a little bit, but not a lot of people got off. And then Nassau, I don't feel like anybody got off in Nassau. That ship was full in Nassau the whole time.
Somebody said that they left 16 people behind. Something like that.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't hear that.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know if it's true or not. I might be starting rumors. But...
16 people.
Yeah.
Well, good. More room at the pool. No, just kidding.
Hello, Together We Travel. Thanks so much for coming in. Kelman said, I feel like there wasn't enough bar drink servers when I needed them. Maybe it was, no, they were all over the place. That was
they were, yeah, they probably were just cutting him off. They were avoiding him. They're like,
not enough pools, and pools were small and full of kids.
Oh, so the kids were.
See, I didn't think there was a lot of kids at all. Maybe they were all in that one spot.
In that one spot, yeah. And then Kelman's like, oh, let me hone in right straight on that spot and order a drink in front of them. Yeah.
I never went to the pool, so I can't really testify to that. But
what do you? Well, you were there. What do you think
so
of the?
They didn't make him sign, so maybe it's a new thing with royal and celebrity.
Yeah, which is kind of nice. It's just one less step, but yeah.
What do you think about the pool show? Like normally ships have the belly flop competition.
They did an Olympic thing when we were there.
An Olympic thing, and was
the volleyball.
Volleyball tournament, which we missed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did have the pool activities.
But do you think it was on par? Like, or was something?
I don't know. I was more interested in this chair because we.
Yeah, that's right. You were pressed over the bed.
We had like a bed right at the pool. So yeah, they had beds by the pool. So we actually got lucky.
They had a hammock bed too nearby.
Yeah, and then they had a hammock bed.
Which was really hard to get out of, by the way. So.
Yeah,
I can imagine.
But we went in the hot tub, and that wasn't crowded. There was always just 4 of us in there at a time.
And people were friendly.
They were very friendly.
Well,
we met a lot of people in the hot tub.
Because on the Celebrity Summit, they were kind of uppity. I don't know.
Yeah, this one people were more laid back and chitty chatty, and
I don't know if it was Labor Day or whatnot, but they were friendly.
Karen said we got off Perfect Day. It rained all day, and we had a blast. Yeah, it wasn't lightning or anything, so we just went to the pool.
Oh, and tell them who you met.
We hung out for a little bit with Travel Spring. We saw them at Coco Cay. They were actually on the Allure, and the Allure was at Coco Cay the same day we were. So
that was a treat to be able to meet with them.
Yeah, we got to meet them. And
I'm jealous.
But yeah, we battled the elements to get those mozzarella sticks. I believe it was worth it.
Yeah, I got off later. I think I got off at like 1:30 or 2, something like that. And it was raining, but honestly, so we went to the adults area, the paid for area. I think it was like $45 a person or something like that, which was nice. But honestly, like, I don't think I would personally do it again, or just pay for it if it was given to me free. Yeah, absolutely, like free for me. But like, it was nice though. The pools were heated, so even though it was raining, it still felt really good. But no joke on trying to get the food because everything's in compostable takeaway stuff. So like
Yeah.
you're trying
Oh,
to eat your food
really?
and it's like melting, like the paper that it's in is melting. I was
They
like,
don't actually give you plates?
Well,
That's
it
crazy.
was a mixture, I think, though, because it was very humid from the rain. Our stuff was kind of like flimsy.
That's how mine was. Yeah, like the little container was like just falling apart. And then I got a Greek salad and it was just fall. I'm like, whatever, I'll just eat it with my hands. I don't care.
You turn it to soup, yeah.
But
Yeah.
I did notice, though, there is not a lot of uncovered places in Coco Cay.
Yeah, when it rains, we
When
were
it
like desperate to try to
rains,
find an
you're
umbrella.
basically in the rain.
You're in
Even
the
when
rain,
you're
yeah.
eating at a picnic table,
You
there's
gotta
not
just
much
deal
of
with
a
it.
cover.
Yeah.
Cover
Even
place.
walking back. Yeah, walking back. I mean, it does have like those shade things as you're walking back, but they're not great for they're great for the shade, not great for the rain. So
But
you're
it's not
soaking
in
wet.
the rain. The problem was when you're trying to eat, I don't want my food like in the
Yeah.
pouring down rain full of water.
Yeah, you
That
don't want
was
a wet burger.
yeah, that was where the problem was. Trying to find a dry place to sit there and eat where you're not your chicken is flooded in a bed of water.
Oh, my bun was so soggy, but I was like, I don't care. I was like, I haven't eaten. I'm so hungry. I did not care. But yeah,
So you were in the adult area. So did you try the new pizza bar and all of that they have in there?
I was the worst cruise passenger this weekend. I swear. I got off so late, and then by the time that I circled around to go get it, they were already closed. So everything that I got in the adult. So I don't know what I was expecting, but I thought like if you're gonna pay a minimum of like $45 more per person, there would be like different food, different options, and there really wasn't besides that pizza. And I guess there was some kind of shrimp thing that everyone kept talking about. But all the other food was the same food from the other parts of Coco Cay. So I was kind of, not that I cared. I mean, it's great. Their chicken sandwich is amazing. The mozzarella sticks are fantastic. The Greek salad I had was incredible. But I just would have thought it would have been different if you're paying, to be in a different spot. So
and that's what some of the people that we saw in the main pool where we were in the free section. They had already done the adult area before, and they said they wouldn't do it again, that it wasn't worth the extra money.
Yeah, they would need to put a couple little extra. I couldn't even tell you what, but just something else that would make me go, okay, I'd be willing to pay for this. The only thing I think that somebody brought up that was a good point was there weren't there's no kids. I've never really had an issue with kids in the main.
But there was no kids really in the main area where we were. And we were right by the swim up bar, and there was hardly any.
Yeah, like I think the last time we went, because we just went a couple months ago, we went to the included area, and there was like maybe 3 kids in the pool by the swim up bar. So yeah, I really don't have an issue with, whatever with kids being, let me rephrase, sometimes they splash in your drink, which is gross. I usually don't have a problem with kids. So,
but I did notice because of the rain in our area where we were, they didn't have like the band out or the DJ and all of that out there.
Yeah, and the dancers. Yep.
Yeah, so I feel bad for the people if it was their first time at Coco Cay. They weren't getting the full experience.
Gotta go back.
Yeah.
Yep.
I heard that too. Somebody was saying that 16 people didn't get left from one family.
Yeah, see?
Wow. But is Kelman the one who told you the rumor? So you gotta take it from, who was your source?
Inception right there. Yeah.
A few drinks. Even the drink package, we still tip $1 cash and find the service to be improved.
That's nice. Okay.
Yeah. Coco Cay was an amazing day, even in the rain. As Karen said, we had an amazing time. Lois, all of us.
Yeah, we had a pretty big group out there, so it was definitely a good time.
They were making the ones without the drink package sign a receipt. Okay, so if you had the drink package, you didn't have to sign. I think Hideaway Beach was worth $45, but no more. The coconut shrimp was really, really good.
Oh, so no more than 45. He wouldn't pay more than 45, which I learned from you guys talking at dinner that it has dynamic pricing.
Because our Utopia sailing, it is more than $45.
Crazy. Yeah, definitely.
I want to say when I looked a few weeks ago, it was $60-something.
Didn't you tell me that some people go into like the 3-digit range? Like
that I don't know. I think that was on the inaugural.
Not worth it.
Britt gave me one of her mozzarella sticks. It was good.
Yeah,
Now
we
they
got
had mozzarella sticks on the buffet the next day, but they did not compare to
wasn't
the
the same.
ones at Coco K.
something about those island ones. I don't know what it is on the island.
The
So
special
good.
seasoning or whatever. The other
Mhm.
thing too is I don't know if it's new or not, but the burgers are a little different from that shack too. They have a shack sauce in them. I don't know if that they serve the same burgers in the main buffet area that the shack place does, but we had one of those and it was good. It's pretty decent.
I didn't taste it.
I
You
did.
got it.
I ate in front of you. So
Yeah, right.
I just feel like I was constantly eating on this cruise.
it was a lot of food.
Ceviche, coconut shrimp, and a fish sandwich and pizza are all unique, I believe, but I feel like the mozzarella sticks had more flavor.
So
And
great.
pizza and mozzarella sticks.
Yeah, if you're a pescatarian, then that place is for you. Pay the $45. I don't eat ceviche, coconut shrimp, or fish. So like I was left with pizza, which I didn't go get, which is my fault, not Royal's fault, but or Celebrity's fault.
Well, I feel if I would pay that, I would want to be there like literally right after it opened to get my money's worth.
Honestly, I forgot that we had paid for it, so I didn't roll up till like 2 o'clock. I felt really dumb.
And that's the thing. When the day we were in Nassau, it was about 11:30, and we were all talking about going over to Margaritaville because they have the lazy river, and you can get a day pass. Well, that day pass used to be when we went a few years ago. It was like $45.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I looked that up. It was $110 a person.
Rude.
And the first time it was already 11:30, and we had to be back on the ship by 4. So I was like, that's
absolutely not.
Yeah.
No, I could go to Busch Gardens for that, or like.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like theme park prices. Like, yeah. I don't know. They're probably trying to do the same thing as that Atlantis theme park, but it's a fraction of the size though. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's still a better deal than Carnival's new adult portal on the new Celebration Key next year. Oh, I don't know. I don't know how much it is. I don't think they've advertised how much that's going to be yet.
Yeah, or I don't know exactly even what's included in Celebration Key.
Or like there's Disney's port. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That's been out for a while.
16 people were on Carnival.
No, the 16 people that were left.
They were left on Carnival. Okay.
So it's from the other ships.
Okay.
Hey, Carmen Lynn for the win. Thank you for coming in.
That kind of makes sense because people go to Nassau, they drink too much, they forget the time.
Yeah, they're lucky that it's just like a shuttle back over to the United States because.
Yeah.
I hope it's not cold in October when I go back to Coco Cay.
Well, we have been there in October, and the water does get a little chilly, right? It depends if it rains.
Yeah, but chilly to her.
Oh, that's true. I forgot who I'm talking to.
She's up north. We're
a bit more sensitive. We're Floridians,
Right.
We get cold like opening the fridge.
Yeah, honestly. You'll probably be okay, KB. We've got Anthony in the move has come in. Hello, Anthony. Thank you for coming in.
Hey.
Oh, it's $99 for the new
Carnival.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. So they're starting to find reasons to jack up prices. Huh? That's the general theme here.
It's me. Let me in.
He's I'll be right back. He's at the front door. Yeah.
So, all in all, babe, what do you think? Was this cruise worth? Was it what you thought it would be, or did you have some?
I thought it was good, all in all, and I think it's because it's the right combination of not only quality, but also great people we hang out with, out of just pure luck, really, because we didn't really plan this to hang out with great people. And on top of that, the fact that we booked just at the right time, where they offered a great deal, because we ended up getting this trip, even though it was 3 days. What's up? The dog's choking. Are you okay, pal? No, he's fine. He's
playing with this.
He was just playing with his toy. We ended up booking it for like $200 per person per night, which was, you can't beat that. Like, that's a great rate. Normally for a celebrity trip, I'm used to seeing prices that are like 500-ish per person per night. and we got her out of 200. So it's the combination of all those things together. I think it just makes it a great trip, in my opinion.
That's awesome.
Plus, it was a bonus of that buffet. That buffet really caught us by surprise. We hardly used the grass. I thought we were going to do a lot of grass things, but we hardly.
We never did it.
Yeah, we ran out of time.
We all got excited and just spaced out.
People started drinking a little. Martini.
Here's the star of the actual channel. I no longer have to be a pitch hitter. He's back. He's a little sweaty, but he's back.
I'm popping in to say hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we never did the picnic. We had plans, so they have a grass area.
Yeah, real grass growing on the ship.
And we have brought a picnic blanket, and we were
going to do this whole skit thing. Like, yeah, and it was like we didn't do it. We ran out of
skit
time.
Thing.
It's that martini bar. Oh, you didn't know about the skit thing?
No, what was the skit?
Yeah, that was we were gonna do a big TikTok where we basically look like we're at a picnic in Central Park or something.
Okay,
yeah, the ship. So
yeah, we didn't get to do it. Well, I think also the rain kind of put a nix on it the first day when we were gonna do it, and then the drinks got away from us after that.
The other time there was a company there.
Oh yeah, a company rented the yard.
Really? Oh, I didn't know about that.
What was it called? Ultimate Software? That was their name.
I have a picture of it.
Yeah.
Work for them if they're giving away cruise.
Work for them if they're gonna cruise trips for their employees.
Yeah. So I thought it was worth the price. It was definitely
you lucked out. Right price.
I just thought that it would be a little more chill than it was.
Yes,
so that was a surprise to me. Not that it matters. It was a total surprise.
I was expecting more laid back.
Kind of like the summit was.
I was going to plan to just read my book and just lounge around the adult. Hardly did that, but that's good because, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But what do you think all in all? Because I know that in Lure of the Seas, you had the incident with your son. You couldn't really enjoy that trip in May. This was your makeup cruise.
So
what do you think?
Okay, first of all, this trip, he went somewhere else and he got spoiled rotten. And he loved it.
Your fur baby.
Yes.
You're talking about your fur baby, not me.
Yeah. He loved it. I didn't have to worry about him. She was sending me messages. He's scared.
He's scared of the thunder.
No, I think he's throwing up. I think he's.
Come here, buddy.
Keep talking. 1 minute he's playing with his toy. The next minute there's a crack of thunder and he's freaking out.
Yeah, it's just freaking out.
So she was sending me pictures. She was sending me texts. So that I didn't really have to worry about him this time, which was very nice. After the last, at first when I dropped him off, I was a little anxious, I'd say. But after the first day, I was fine. I wasn't worried about him. I knew he was in good hands.
But what do you think of your makeup cruise?
I liked it. I loved the cruise.
Compared to Allure of the Seas.
And I would totally love to go with all of you that were on this cruise again somewhere.
Yeah, so mine was successful to make up your lost time.
Yeah.
Of Allure of the Seas. Even though Allure of the Seas was an amazing trip too.
I do want to get back on Allure.
I was gonna say you're going back on, so
right? I want to go back on Allure.
Oh wait, you don't have it booked yet, right?
No, we haven't booked it. No.
Refurb.
Yeah, but the refurb, they're not going to have Sabor. And I really want to get the Sabor.
I think that's going to be our next video. We're going to have to publish soon. The Sabor.
I wish I could transfer my $200 celebrity casino credit to Royal. If I could do that, I would go on the Allure. I would.
You know what? You don't know unless you ask. You should call them and be like, just say I've got some deals. What can you guys offer me? I got it over here. Because they might status match. I don't know what it looks like. Well, I know they do actually, because that's how I started getting offers. Because I never gamble on Royal Caribbean, and they give me offers all the time. So,
but the thing is I think they're two separate casino programs.
Yeah, but the what's it called? Presidential. Anyways, they do read each other. They link. Yeah. Because you have to link them on your, or you can link them on your, whatever it's called. I can't remember. But anyways, I would call them and be like, hey, what can you do for me?
She's a celebrity lady.
Yes, she is a celebrity lady. Yeah, and Karen says, come to New York City and go on the Canada cruise.
Ooh, we want to do that. We want to.
I do.
I want to do it so bad. I have been talking
Leaves
about it
are changing.
Time of
I've
the
been
fall
wanting
weather.
this before COVID, and we just have not gotten there. So I'm so ready.
Maybe next year, next October.
Yeah,
There we go.
Maybe we should do it. Yeah.
Ready.
So yeah, so all in all, I really enjoyed this cruise. I would definitely do it again. But we have Ascent, so we can compare it now to the Ascent.
Who got you this celebrity cruise? Who?
He did. He bought me the celebrity cruise.
So my operation for making up Allure was successful?
Yes. Karen says, let's do it.
Let's do it.
You're just moving on to the next trip. Look at that.
We can add more people. Everybody in this chat. Let's do it.
Where's the Amex? Send it to KB. Let's book it.
Yeah. Group cruise. KB will be the host.
There we go. She'll take us all around New York. She'll get us all hooked up. It'll be great.
Kelman, she thought you jumped on Utopia because you were missing.
I wish. I can't pull off that amount of magic. No.
Lisa, man, she's been live on and off all day on Utopia.
That's true.
We watched her on our lunch break today.
Yeah, she's been hustling there.
Yeah. So we can't wait. We have 10 more days? 10 days.
Oh, I'm excited for y'all.
I believe that's that soon.
Yeah.
It's time flies.
But thank you guys. I know we're out of time. We're way over, but thank you guys for hopping on and
thank you for inviting us. And we had such a good time. It was so nice. Like, it felt kind of weird at first. I'm not going to lie. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, obviously we know everybody from TikTok and YouTube and all of that. But like, when you start to like put reality on it, you're like, okay, you're going to have to go meet these people in person. I'm like, oh boy. But everyone was so amazing. I had such a good time.
Yeah. Same here. I enjoy meeting everybody. I'm like the opposite. I feel like I know everybody already. And I'm maybe too comfortable around you guys versus, how I should be. Same thing with like Karen and Lois. I had a very great time. I think that y'all are the only people in here that were on the ship with us.
Yeah.
And we had an amazing time. And I feel like I know y'all even better. And we're like buddies now, friends. And
awesome.
we need to do it.
And you guys don't live that far from us either, which is nice.
We're in your area all the time.
We'll be there Friday night, but it's going to be hectic. We're flying right out. So.
Galveston. But no, this has been great.
Thank you for next week. So you guys make sure if you're not subscribed to them, go over there and subscribe because I'm sure that y'all will do a live from there, right? You're gonna do a live TikTok or YouTube or
I need to.
Yeah.
Friday. I'll try to do for Friday, but that's when we fly in. So the next Friday probably when we're last day actually of the cruise.
Oh, I love that, KB. Cruise friends forever. That's so cute. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for inviting us on the live. I love talking with y'all. Sorry he had to work, but hopefully I was enough.
No problem. It's fine. Controversial. You'll have to do the celebrity next year, the fall one that KB's gonna host over there.
Yeah, I want to meet Scott. Scott with controversial.
Yes. Yeah. So speaking of, he will be here. He is going on a group cruise out of Tampa. Scott, remind me, isn't it the 28th of October? 29th of October, somewhere around there. And I think it's the 28th because I think the 27th, they're doing a meetup in Tampa for this before they leave. Cool. So if you're in town, you'll get to meet them.
Okay.
Very possible.
We might be able to. You never know.
Yeah, I believe it's October 27th. I think it's that Sunday. They're leaving the 28th on the Carnival Paradise. So the 27th, they're doing a meetup at Sparkman's Wharf.
Okay.
Oh, I love that. I love that area.
Bobo likes that place too.
Yeah, we take him there.
Yeah, so if you guys want to head over here that Sunday, you can meet him. I'll be there. Danny's not going to be here, but I'll be there.
Are you going on your boys' cruise?
Hey, Chris.
Cruise.
It was great to meet you too. I know you're going on a boys' cruise.
A man.
I'm a
boy right here.
These other guys I'm going with, they're not really cruisers, so we'll see how it goes. But they do like to drink a lot, so
teach them your ways. Teach them your ways.
I'm going to be babysitting. Let's put it.
Oh no!
Well, you could trick them, and you can make them think cruising is like a certain way, and then have them just say, be careful, you got to put your caps on backwards every time you go out of the door.
Mind control them.
Yeah.
You're gonna see a bunch of geeks together with all our game consoles.
I love it.
More violent. Oh my God, what are you doing?
For shame.
Well, thank you guys so much. And, if you're ever in the Tampa area, make sure, because I know you guys aren't far, let us know, and we'll get together.
If you're ever in Gainesville, I don't know who comes to Gainesville, but if you're ever in Gainesville.
If you're driving through to go back to Helen, Georgia, let us know. We'll meet up and eat dinner or something.
There you go.
Yeah.
We are. We're doing Helen next March.
We are? We didn't discuss
You guys going? It's a meetup again, another meetup. You guys going?
There's a bunch of people.
There's a bunch of people.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
It's like I don't know if you've ever been there, but it's like a little German village kind of area.
It's all German themed.
It's all German themed.
Didn't you put a video out on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did put a video.
Okay, I watched your video on it. Yeah, that's the first time I ever saw it.
I thrive as
So
well.
they do this meetup every year.
It was really about Germany as a culture, but it kind of turned into the unofficial YouTube.
And the hotel that this is at is pet friendly, so you can even take your dogs if you want.
Sure, it's about Germany.
Yeah, the hotel is pet friendly.
There you go. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys again. We really appreciate you inviting us on.
I know.
You're welcome. Bye, you guys. Thanks everybody for coming in. And I'm not sure if we're going to be live next Tuesday night or not, because we are leaving for the Utopia that next week. But we might come on and just do a Utopia thing next Tuesday night.
Plus, stay tuned because we have a bunch of Lord of the Sea videos that are uploaded.
Yeah.
And we'll be publishing them soon. So
and we will be live on Utopia at some point. So
that's true.
Bye, you guys.
Bye, Jamie. Bye, Lois.